Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. Look at Marty looking so cute with his little fishing outfit, and then we have Eric coming through with his little outfit. They both look so cute. I can't. Anyways, welcome to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Luna and I make Animal Crossing videos every single week. So if you're into that, consider subscribing to join our little AC family. So we're going to start off with this area here. Next to this is where I created Ione's yard last time. So I kind of want to connect this build with her yard, so I'm thinking of putting the museum here. I've had a couple of ideas of what I wanted to do with my museum, and I'm going to combine all of them today. I see Marty and Eric here, so something tells me they're going to be getting in my way today. Of course, Marty would fish here. What did I say? I said one of them will be getting in my way, and it's literally Marty just fishing. So because he's over there and refuses to move, I'm going to start on the other side just to give them some time to move away, hopefully. And let me just get this balloon really quick. So yeah, for the museum, I had a couple of ideas. I wanted to add some ponds on each side and add some trees to them, but I don't have that much space. So I thought I'm going to create maybe like a walkway or like a low land bridge, if that makes sense. I wanted to add a lot of greenery as you're walking to the museum, just because my favorite part of the museum is the butterfly exhibit, and it has so much flowers and greenery there. I love it so much. I'm going to enclose the museum by creating cliffs around it. Originally, I wasn't going to put my museum here. I was actually going to put a crescent moon pond or a spiral pond here, but I kept going back and forth with the idea, and I just figured the museum was the best one to place here just because the museum is so big, and I figured if I have it next to the beach, I can create a cafe type of thing with a library on the beach itself. So I first wanted my museum near the secret beach, but the way that my secret beach is set up, y'all, for some reason I thought my secret beach was in the middle of my map, but I was like, okay, I'm going to have my secret beach and then I'm going to create a pathway that leads to my museum. And then when I looked at my map, I realized it's literally all the way to the far left of my map, and what I wanted to do I can't do anymore, so I had to scrap that idea. So I had all of these ideas and I was like, okay, so how do I put it here in this build? I had an idea, but it wasn't concrete, so I took so long to create this build. I knew that I wanted waterfalls and ponds just because I have to match what I did with Ione's yard, and it was so hard to build around these two just standing around trying to fish. I honestly picked the worst day to build, but that's okay. Here I wanted to create kind of a half floating little land, and then I wanted to add some waterfalls and connect them. I thought that would look cute as you're entering into the museum. When I say half floating, I mean like not completely surrounding it with water. I did it and I didn't like how it looked, so that's why I added the half floating land. Also, I really like how this looks with the river connecting to the cliffs. I'm just fixing up the river a bit until I like how it looks. I also like adding bushes just to help me visually see where I need to carve out. Sometimes when I don't add the bushes or flowers, I tend to remove more than I need to save me some more time. So now I was trying to figure out where to place the museum. This area measured 6 length, so 6 tiles by length, which I need 7 by 4, which is the size of the museum. I was trying to figure out where to place the museum and actually like it. Then I accidentally measured out 6 by 4, so I had to tear down some cliffs and adjust everything. I just find it funny how I said I needed 7 by 4 and then I ended up making an area 6 by 4. Classic. What I ended up doing was just tearing down the cliffs and kind of make like an indent so that I can fit the museum. You'll see what I mean as I'm creating this, but I just carved out the edge and then filled in the area with the cliffs. I ended up liking how this looked. It has a little funky shape to it, but I like it. Now I'm just going to fill up this little area here. I took some inspo from the DLC island where you can see all of the broken pillars, and I kind of wanted to use them here. I haven't used these items in a while and I kind of wanted to use them again. Also, doesn't these broken pillars remind you of the pillars in Breath of the Wild? That was my first impression when I saw them. I was like, anyone with a Breath of the Wild inspired island will be be thriving with these new items. Then I'm just finishing this area off with some vines and golden roses. I was trying to adjust the pathway, but we have our buddies over here fishing, so I couldn't adjust to river. So while we wait, I'm going to work on this side of the cliffs. I'm thinking of pushing these cliffs back just because I felt like it kind of aligned too perfectly with the other cliffs. Here I am still trying to fix this river and working around my villager babies, the things that we do just to accommodate our villagers and not disturb them, yet they still disturb us while we're trying to fix things and make things look nice. Such a love-hate relationship. So now I'm going to place the museum. It fits perfectly right here, and now we decorate. So I'm going to start off with this fountain right here, and I've added this in my old island and I love it so much I had to do it again, but I promise it's the only thing I copied from my last island. Everything else is brand new. I wanted to add a fountain in the middle with butterflies flying around just because it reminded me of the butterfly exhibit in the museum. There's a fountain in the middle and all of the butterflies are flying around it with a bunch of flowers and bushes, and I just love it so much that I just had to do it again. Also, ignore the flowers that I added. I will change them later on. I just wanted to see that I had enough space for the flowers. So here I'm just adding some holes to give me a guide on where I'm going to place the flowers. I'm thinking of adding pink flowers, maybe some purple ones or white ones, but I decided to just go with pink and white flowers just because it looks more delicate than the purple or blue flowers. And then I wanted to add some height over here, so I added a cedar tree. I'm going to decorate the entrance of the museum using these beautiful purple flowered clip codes, and of course I'm adding this green leaf path. I did use the other one that you see below. It's called the flower field path, and I didn't like how it went with the other codes, so I went with this one, which is the one I know best that will fit here. I absolutely love this path so much. As always, all of the codes that I used in this video will be listed in the description below, and also if you want to see how my other museum turned out, I will leave a link to that video in the time cards on top, and I'll also link it in the description below. The longest part of all of these builds is literally laying this path down and seeing how I want it to go. This path, I knew that I wanted it to look a little crazy. And then whatever empty spaces I had, I was just going to either fill it up with flowers or some custom designs. I wanted to add as much greenery as possible, so I added these trees, a bunch of vines, or any of the vine furniture. I wanted this area to look kind of like a fairy jungle, just because it's the museum, and I wanted the outside to kind of look like the bug exhibit while also fitting into that fairycore theme. I'm adding a little seating area, so I added this stone circle to kind of give the bench somewhere to sit on. I didn't know what I wanted to put here, so I added some bushes and flowers on the left hand side, and then on the right I added some bushes as well, and then I added this log bench so that you can sit here if the other bench is taken. You know how these villagers love to sit down and read. I also added this little pocketbook that I got from Red, and it has these fossils on them, so I thought it was very fitting. And I'm filling the area up with some more greenery items. I went back to the log bench and decided to add a little pathway leading to the bench, so I added these wooden planks with some stepping stones. Here I added a ruined seat with Brewster's gyroid, and then I added another gyroid at the entrance. This little guy is so cute. Then here is the front of the entrance. I didn't know what I wanted to do here, so I just ended up adding another mushroom parasol, but in this yellow color, adding some more flowers around the parasol, and then I added this vine bench just to make it look cute, and you can also sit down. And in the little empty space that I have, I decided to add a little picnic area. I used this beautiful blanket code with these red tulips on them. I added the green leaf path here, but I didn't connect it to the other one just because it was going to be a little bit too much. I'm adding some fruit trees behind these trees just to stop them from growing because I like this length of the trees. And to finish off this build, I added this mama bear here because you know me, I love my bears, and this blue rose. So here's how the build ended up looking. I really love how the two areas came together. This came out way better than I imagined it to be. It's super colorful, which I am absolutely obsessed with. I love the fountain with all of the butterflies and all of the greenery. I wish I can come here in real life. I'm super jealous of my villagers. Thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video or found it helpful, let me know by hitting the like button. If you want to see more videos from me, consider subscribing to join our little AC family. I do island tours, so if you have an island and you you want someone to tour it, I would love to see your beautiful designs. I will have 2 Google Doc forms in the description below if you are interested in me touring your island. Also, if there's anything in particular that you want me to do, let me know in the comments and I will definitely work on it. Love you all always, take care, and I'll see you in the next video.